Are you an apprentice that's struggling to bend conduit? Well, check this out. This is video 1 of my series on bending conduit. We're gonna go ahead and start with the basics. This is how you bend a simple 90. Most of you already know how to do this, but there's a pretty good likelihood that there's somebody watching this video that's never done it before. This video is for you. So if you're running conduit and your conduit's going this way and you want it to go this way, that's when you bend a 90. There's a really simple formula to follow, and it's gonna vary depending on what size conduit we're running. Check this out. So let's say I got a 4-square mounted on the wall and I wanna run a conduit out the side of the 4-square and make a 90-degree angle onto an adjacent wall. Here's what you gotta do. Gotta bust out your tape measure, measure from the side of the box to wherever that adjacent wall is. For the sake of easy measurement, let's just say 24 inches. That means we need to bend a 24-inch 90, and here's how you measure it. Now you might be thinking, shouldn't we just make a mark at 24 inches and send it? Well, not exactly, because if we mark it at 24 inches, line it up with our arrow, and then bend it up, the top of our conduit is actually gonna be much higher than 24 inches. 6 inches higher to be exact. That's why we have to take into consideration a 6-inch deduct when we're marking for 90-degree angles on 3/4 inch conduit. If it was 1/2 inch, it would be 5 inches, and if it was 1 inch, it would be 8 inches. So we need a 24-inch 90. We're gonna deduct 6 inches off that measurement and make a mark at 18 inches. Now, you should always use pencil when you're marking conduit. I'm just gonna use a Sharpie, that way it shows up better on camera. Right there's our mark. And here's how you line that up. So you're gonna point the bend hook in the same direction that you measured that conduit from. We're gonna find our mark, we'll seat it firmly in the bend shoe, right like such, and we're gonna line our mark up perfectly with the arrow right there. Now, it's really important that you keep a constant foot pressure on the pedal of this bender, and if you do it right, it's gonna look something like this. Check this out. And then, go ahead and bust out the tape measure and check it. 24 inches on the nose. Anyways, for all you first timers, hopefully this makes a little bit more sense. If you have any more questions, you can always DM me or drop it down in the comments below. Stay tuned for part 2.